Hi and welcome to WWE Girl Talk. I'm Coral.
I'm Ashley.
And today we're reviewing the Raw from the 15th of
June.
We're not pissed.
How many times did we go through this?
I know. I've had 2 shots. I'm alcoholic, okay?
2? Is that what you, how many have I had? 4?
5.
5?
I had 2 because I made 6 and then we had to make 1 spare for you. She had 5 shots. She's not really drunk. Never mind.
Right, so cool.
I'm not. And we made coffee with
White chocolate
cookies.
Yeah.
It's gross. It just tastes like watered down coffee. Ashley's still drinking it.
Yeah. Probably not wise dish.
And there's also got caffeinated chips. Coffee in it. So it makes it go longer.
Anyway, we started off with Seth Rollins and he come down to the ring. And he was gloating about how he won against Dean Ambrose last night. Good for him.
I don't really remember it.
It wasn't long, to be fair. Ambrose comes out and starts beating him up, basically. But Ambrose is like limping down to the ring, and he shouldn't have been out there. He should be having rest time. And then he's like, Ambrose, no, Dean Rollins.
Dean
Rollins. That's a new one.
That's like if I have a baby. Dean Rollins.
Oh, wow.
Sounds like that's a name though, doesn't it? Hi, I'm Dean Rollins.
I don't even know where that came from. My brain just merged them together.
I don't think I'd like them if they merged. Imagine like Dean Ambrose with Seth Rollins' hair.
No. Oh, that'd be gross.
No.
So Seth Rollins run off. Dean Ambrose got a chair, sat in the middle of the ring, was like, I'm not moving until Seth comes back out.
Yeah.
We had an advert and Dean was still sitting there. And we see Rollins backstage with Stephanie McMahon and Triple H. And he's asking them what's going on. And he won fair and square. It's his show. Raw is his show. And he said, don't need... And they're like, well, you don't need us, Rollins, as you just sit out there. You don't need Kane, you don't need Jan. You don't need us. And he's like, they should kick Ambrose out of their ring and that they're on the same page. And Triple H says they think about the next opponent for Seth Rollins. And, you know, Seth says he trusts him to make the right decision.
And the decision was to send someone out to beat up Dean, wasn't it? Or was this later on in the match?
They made a decision on Seth's opponent later on.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
But Sheamus took it upon himself to get rid of Dean because he's like, I want to fight, fella. And I was like, oh god, we're going to have a Dean Ambrose Sheamus feud.
Well, it didn't really continue to SmackDown, did it?
Yeah.
SmackDown, did it?
It did.
Well, I can't remember SmackDown.
And there's a point on SmackDown which I'll get to. I think it was SmackDown. Might have been this one. It might have been SmackDown. Yeah, Dean says to Sheamus, I'm gonna say it now. Dean says to Sheamus, give me what's rightfully mine. Dean, you weren't in the Money in the Bank match. How can you claim the briefcase is yours? Because I remember sitting there thinking, hang on a moment. Is he talking about Roman Reigns? No, he's talking about himself. I was like, face calm. How can something be yours if you're not in the match?
WWE logic.
Anyway, I'll talk about that more on SmackDown. Sheamus comes out, and Sheamus says they're in the same position because they made bold statements about last night, except Sheamus actually did his, and Dean didn't. And Dean's like, oh, fuck you.
How is that an excuse for Sheamus to beat Dean up though?
It wasn't.
Yeah.
It just was like, oh, better get Sheamus out there. I suppose they're trying to make him a main eventer now, aren't they?
Yeah.
So. But then we have Dean Ambrose with Sheamus, and they're not compatible. They've wrestled about twice already in a singles match, and it just wasn't good. But I was so glad when Randy Orton came out, because I was like, oh,
it did, didn't it?
Let's get rid of this match. Thanks. So Randy Orton came out. Ambrose took the opportunity of the distraction to do the dirty deeds on Sheamus and wins. He doesn't do dirty deeds actually, he just rolls them up. Because that's how people win these days.
Yeah, just rolling people up.
And then Orton, I can't say
Bull
Hammer.
Hammer.
Randy Orton goes after Sheamus, and Sheamus actually gets away after away from the DDT in the ropes and runs off. And that's into that bit really. And then we see Seth Rollins backstage with Jay and Jay security, and he's mocking them.
He has no right to mock them.
No,
He
they
lost
beat
to
him.
them.
And he's basically saying, oh, if you get me some information on who my opponents can be, I'll bring you back as my security. And they're like, we don't need to be your security. You know, they beat him, they pinned him in a match.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to go down in history that they beat Seth Rollins, which is a good point to make.
My hair's grizzly enough to do that.
You like Elvis?
I know.
And Mercury actually, Noble says that Mercury should be the number one contender because he actually pinned him in the match.
I would love that.
That would be so great. And Rollins laughs and says, well, that's not happening. Mercury says Rollins is afraid of him. And the record, that's when he said the record will show that he beat Rollins.
And so true.
And he said that Rollins will lose his title. It's a matter of when he does. Joe Mercury and James Noble did that really well.
They did. I enjoyed that.
I did.
To be fair, it was a good little seg.
It wasn't a second where you're like, oh, I've seen this again.
Yeah.
It was quite nice.
Yeah, because I felt like they was getting a bit repetitive for a while. In the last few weeks, J&J got really good.
And now Mercury's talking again, which is good. I don't know why.
He's not mute anymore.
Yeah, why did he do that? Why did they do that? I don't know. It's really weird. We then had R-Truth versus Bad News Barrett, and this moment cracked me up. Because R-Truth come out in a paper crown, he had like a duvet wrapped around him, and he had like a plunger. He went and sat on commentary, so Bad News Barrett come out, and Bad News Barrett stayed in the ring, and R-Truth's like, oh, he looks mad, I feel sorry for his opponent. And JBL and that are like, you're his opponent? He's like, what? I was not told about this. Because, you know, R-Truth has really bad miscommunication recently.
Yeah, I feel like his publicist doesn't tell him what he's doing.
Yeah. He's a new one. So he gets in the ring with Bad News Barrett. And they have a match. It wasn't a long match. It took them longer to faff around with the R-Truth on the commentary and stuff.
Than the actual match.
But R-Truth wins.
Bad News Barrett doesn't win.
He doesn't win anything. He wins like... The thing is, he wins his big matches, doesn't he? Like, he's King of the Ring, he's Intercontinental, but then wins nothing else. It's really strange.
Yeah, I don't
but they push him, but don't.
Yeah, I don't know what they're playing with him.
No.
I feel like they're using him to push other people, like they're using him to push R-Truth.
True, yeah.
Which is weird. I like the fact they're pushing R-Truth.
Yeah.
I like where they're going with his character. But that's going to get old quick, I think. Yeah. The whole cluelessness. Because there's only...
so much you can take.
Yeah, there's only so much you can take, and it's only how long that joke's going to last for.
The thing is, R-Truth is very likeable.
Oh, yeah.
But the only problem with him is he's inconsistent with what's up. He only does it every now and then.
Yeah. Where's the consistency? Then again, there's no consistency between Raw and SmackDown either.
That's true.
So, can't really complain.
So we then have Kevin Owens. He walks out. He's like, John Cena isn't here tonight. Shouldn't talk like that.
You sound like Becky Lynch then. John Cena isn't here tonight.
and they can blame John Cena himself apparently because the way that John Cena disrespected him by shaking his hand at Money in the Bank. We forgot to mention this.
Ah, yeah, we did.
Shit, I knew we were forgetting something.
Yeah, basically, in Money in the Bank. Should we just record that after I put it in? We're too busy taking shots.
Yeah. Doesn't matter, we're talking about it now.
Yeah.
Basically, when Owens lost, John Cena shook his hand, but then Owens was like, nah. He shook it, but then like beat him up and powerbombed him on the apron. And then you were saying how John Cena was limping and it looked really weird.
Yeah, why was he limping? Why was he limping? Like, seriously?
And basically said, by Cena trying to shake his hand, it was like Cena was trying to take the spotlight from him yet again.
Which is true. That's what Cena does.
And he was saying, as John Cena isn't here to do his open challenge, he will issue an open challenge, basically. And that's when Dolph Ziggler answers the open challenge. He comes out of Lana. Lana's really awkward with him. It just needs to stop. I'm not into this at all. It's not believable. It's like me walking up to a stranger on the street, making out of them, and then walking around with them everywhere I go all of a sudden. It's just weird.
But do you know what, though? Like, if she's training, why is she wasting her time doing this?
I know. I thought she'd get away from Rusev and be a diva. Why is she still relying on men to make her do good? It's getting quite boring. I feel like people aren't really into her anymore anyway.
No,
they're lost
not
interest.
like we like Lana, and I think it's just...
No, Lana's there again, being awkward with us making out. Lillian goes to announce it's a title match, and Kevin Owens is like, whoa, Blondie.
This is not a title match.
I never said it was a title match. I really like that, actually.
Yeah. Well, I like that. Like how he reacted, but I also thought it made him look a bit like he isn't fully confident in himself.
Yeah.
Which I didn't like, because Kevin Owens is this, hey, it's like, I know I'm good, I know I'm great, I deserve to win this. The second he's gone, I'm not going to put my title on the line.
Made it look quick weak, didn't it?
Yeah. If he knew he was going to win, he should have gone, yeah, you can. It's like Nikki. Nikki goes, yeah, here's a title match.
Yeah. And
so I think that made Kevin Owens look a lot weaker than he is.
Yeah. I did like the bit of Lillian
Garcia. I liked the bit of Lillian Garcia, but it was just, I thought it was good, but what it reflected on his character was bad.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Agreed. So we then have Dolph versus Kevin Owens, and I actually quite enjoyed this match, but
I found it quite forgettable. I can't remember most of it.
It was a good match. I remember it being good, but there wasn't like highlight moves I could pick out. But it was a good match. There was a "This Is Awesome" chance.
Yeah, there was
like a couple, I think, and it was good. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I remember Dolph did a good DDT, and Kevin Owens sold it so well. He literally probably just flipped on his head. But obviously Dolph weren't gonna win.
No.
Kevin Owens won with a powerbomb. The weird thing is, right? There was this thing how Dolph said he's on a winning streak at the moment. I think he's lost every match, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Recently.
Yeah.
I don't understand where this winning streak's from, but hey ho.
I think he's saying he's got a winning streak because he's got a comedy set in the Comedy Store, and like he's won the girl. It's like you never won anyone. There was no competition.
Yeah, it's Rusev. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
You're gonna pick Dolph over Rusev. We then have Paige backstage, and this really made me cringe, but she's holding a Divas division meeting. It really made me cringe. Did that make you cringe? I hated this. I wanted it to be over. I hated it so much.
Not so much it made me cringe. It was a bit Disney Channel. Gather round, everyone. Gather round.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
I didn't enjoy it. Basically, it was all the Divas, and she was trying to make a stand against the Bella Twins, saying, "You need to join my team because we need to take down the Bella Twins. They think they own this division when they don't." I don't know what's happening. And she says the authorities take notice. Naomi says she doesn't like the Bellas, but she won't be bossed around by Paige. But then the Bellas walk in and interrupt the whole cute meeting thing, and say she's been champion for a reason ever since Stephanie McMahon. And then she goes, sorry, Brie. That bit made me laugh.
Oh, right, yeah.
Stephanie McMahon, she's like, sorry, Brie. It's like, at least you remembered.
Yeah, continuity,
guys. And she said they can all sign.
Do you think that was Nikki's thing though? That she's going, we have to mention that.
Don't know.
Kind of thing, because
probably she seems like the type to.
Yeah, she's a woman. She's going to keep it in. You know what I mean? Men are just like,
yeah, well, I forgot that.
Yeah. Women never forget. I feel like that was Nikki, not the writers.
Yeah.
But
yeah, and she's like, you can side with Paige if you want to, but then the Divas will walk out one by one, and Paige's like, this isn't over, Nikki.
But Naomi kind of does this weird look thing, doesn't she?
Like she's going to join with Paige.
Yeah, and I was like, please don't join with Paige.
Yeah, please don't.
But it kind of looks like she's still against the Bellas, which is good, but she needs to take her own route.
Yeah, she can't go with Paige, especially after they're like, clash. It just wouldn't make sense. We then have Randy Orton versus Kane, and I don't know why this is a match. They didn't really have much interaction in the Money in the Bank match either, so it didn't make sense. I just thought, time for that. It wasn't long before Sheamus appeared, because obviously what Randy Orton did to him earlier. And so basically, what's his face? Sheamus comes out, Kane wins, and then Sheamus attacks Randy Orton with a brogue kick and leaves, and he holds his briefcase up. He looks weird with the briefcase.
What, Sheamus?
Yeah. I think he looks really...
I think he looks good when he comes out. You know when he does his like... I like that. I think that's good with his briefcase.
I don't know, it looks too small for him.
I think just because you saw Seth for so long it looks weird with anyone else.
I think Sheamus needs his own like Irish themed briefcase. Like it needs to be like green with like some orange.
Didn't Money in the Bank used to be green?
It did, but I think he needs his own like relic on it. Cause you know he has that necklace with the relic, the Irish relic.
Yeah.
He has the necklace.
Yeah.
He needs it on his briefcase in orange, and his briefcase needs to be green. I think then I won't mind. That will keep me happy. You just know we're going to watch Raw tonight and that'll be on there.
Yeah, because
Like,
we said it.
well, I just said it. This was a good moment. We saw Seth backstage with Kane, and they were proper in each other's faces because Seth yet again mentioned Undertaker to Kane, and Kane gets very upset when this happens. Don't you ever mention my family again. But the thing is, they're like getting closer and closer to each other's faces. And I think about it, like in real life, when you get angry at someone and have an argument, you never get close to their face.
No.
You get further away from them.
Yeah,
So I'm
you do.
sick of you. I'm fucking sick of you.
Unless you're gonna hit them.
But in the wrestling world,
They're like almost gonna make out.
yeah, it's like sexual tension zone, isn't it?
It is.
It's really odd.
It's like we want to turn on Pornhub or Pornstation or something.
Basically, he says he wishes he can name Rollins' opponent, and Rollins tells him to keep his hands off him, and that's the end of that. But Kane and Rollins have so good speaking segments all the
They
time.
do.
They really get into it.
That's what Kane's good for at the moment, I think.
He is.
He's so good.
He's wrestling shit. He just needs to be GM now.
Yeah.
That's always good for.
Once the authority's over, Kane needs to be GM.
Defo.
He'd be such a good GM.
He would. So we had Big Show versus The Miz, and Ryback was on commentary. And Ryback was actually interesting on commentary.
I can't remember it, to be honest. I think I said the same thing though, didn't I?
Yeah, you did earlier. You was like, Ryback has charisma now.
Yeah, he does.
He does. He was really good. There was a bit that made... Oh, yeah. They were talking about... I really laughed at this. I thought it was so clever. They're talking about Tough Enough because obviously Ryback's on commentary and Miz was coming out. He was like, I apologise for Tough Enough for making Miz a thing. And I was wetting myself with laughter because I thought that's so clever.
Yeah.
Like, it's such a good thing to say.
At least there's some kind of continuity.
Exactly. They're realising that Miz and Ryback were on Tough Enough together.
Ooh.
Big Show, well, we see a lot of the beginning. Miz is just running out of the ring and trying to get away from Big Show. And then Big Show's clever and fakes a knee injury. And I actually thought he was injured. I was like, oh, this is good. And all of a sudden, as Miz gets closer to him, Big Show's like, nah, bitch, I'm lying. And like, punches him in the face. But basically, the Miz wins by count out.
Oh, yeah.
And I can't remember why.
Wasn't a long match though, was it?
Oh, that's why. Big Show gets counted out because he started having a go at Ryback on commentary.
Oh, yeah.
That was really random, like,
Yeah.
you forget your whole entire match.
I feel like WWE are thinking, like, this whole involving Miz and Ryback near each other is going to help Tough Enough. But I don't think they're realising a whole feud surrounding Tough Enough is going to bring a lot of viewers, and they've really missed their opportunity.
We called this like months ago. If
Yeah.
they'd started that build up now, like back then,
that feud, like,
it would have been good. They've got chemistry. They really do. Like, even their speaking segments are good. Like, you're into them. They're fucked up there. Roman Reigns comes out and says he's pissed off. Oh, naughty Roman Reigns.
Yeah, I remember him saying, Roman swears.
He does swear. It was quite angry as well. Pissed.
I'm really pissed off.
Pissed off.
Pissed off.
And he didn't get sleep. That's not our fault he didn't sleep.
Yeah.
Alright. And Bray Wyatt cuts him off. And before this segment, we saw Reigns' commercial for Father's Day with his daughter.
So weird.
I'm a little busy, muscle and stuff. Here is my handle, here is my spout. And they fall on the floor like, ha 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 ha.
Yeah, it's just a bit weird.
Be with your family at Father's Day.
I bet he isn't. I bet he's like doing a pay-per-view.
Yeah, he's like doing like a house show. That's what I was thinking of. I was like, but he's never at home to see his like, daughter.
Titus O'Neil is. He's home to see his
He's Father of the Year.
How did he win that?
I don't know.
No one knows who he is.
No, but I like Titus O'Neil.
I like Titus O'Neil, but I just feel like the other people he's against.
Yeah.
Like, when are you against David Beckham?
I think so, I don't know.
Who the fuck voted for this?
I don't know. I don't know.
Like, surely David Beckham always wins.
I can't drink anymore. It's getting stronger.
Is it? It's all gone to the bottom.
Yeah.
That actually felt disgusting.
Don't
put corkies in coffee, kids.
Yeah, don't do it. Bray says, Reigns says he should come out and not stand behind in his sauna. He doesn't say that, but he shouldn't sit in his sauna. And Bray says he can't understand, Reigns can't understand the answers he has. Basically...
Can anyone understand something?
But you could understand this answer.
Yeah.
Because basically, Bray Wyatt said that Reigns stole his opportunity for Money in the Bank. continuity. I was like, yes, like you remember this moment. So it kind of made sense, which was good. But at the same time, I thought it was very unlike Bray's character to know why he's attacking someone.
Yeah.
Like, it felt kind of weird, didn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of like,
Oh, he has a purpose?
you're not speaking in really.
But it was good because then he had a picture of Roman Reigns with his daughter.
And then it ended up in his hand. Or was that the week
That was
after?
SmackDown.
That was SmackDown.
Spoiler alert.
God.
And he's like, tells him that things are just getting started. And he's like, run. And that's the end. And I thought that was a really good.
Oh yeah, no, that wasn't the whole entire end. Was that the whole entire end of Raw?
No.
No, that was in the SmackDown.
No. And I thought that was a really good segment from Bray Wyatt.
Yeah.
By using that, like, it makes it more personal, which we've always said this about storylines. It needs to be more personal, and this is it.
We really do lack personal storylines.
This is exactly what we need. I'm surprised they're doing it with Roman Reigns. I'm not sure Roman Reigns can act it out.
No.
But we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I think Roman Reigns is the wrong person to do
Do it with,
but
we'll see.
Interesting.
But yeah, I'm not disappointed with this feud so far. I mean,
I'm disappointed it's Roman Reigns.
I think it kind of works though at the same time.
It
makes sense.
The storyline works and makes sense, so
I don't really mind. But let's see what their rest of their matches and stuff are like.
Yeah.
Let's hope it builds up a bit.
It'll probably just be on Battleground as well, won't it? And then over.
Like normal.
What a done too.
Yeah. So we had Paige versus the Bella Twins in a handicap match, and this was Paige who asked for this match. Nah.
It's a bit shit, wasn't it?
It was. Brie was in it most of the time anyway, and shouting. Oh my god, her shouting.
Nico.
I can't stand it. I've heard it when she was under the ring having to hide. Because I didn't have to hear her or see her.
Can we just tell her that she's doing the
Yeah.
film magic and just don't actually get her?
Yeah, please. Because I'm sick of Brie. Like, I'm so sick of her. And are the Bella Twins heel? I don't get their character now.
Yeah.
They just turn facing heel out of nowhere.
Odd one.
Paige gets beat up pretty bad, to be fair. I don't even know why this was a match. And Nikki hits the rack attack. Basically, and that's the end of that. I mean, the rest of it was shit.
It was.
The only good thing about that match was when Nikki did the submission move and started doing press ups at the same time.
Yeah.
That was really good.
Yeah,
that looked painful as well. Because like if you're like
doing
doing
the strength that Nikki's got to have to do it as well.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, if you're doing like using your arms, your legs gonna tighten because you're trying to keep yourself up.
Yeah.
That must have really hurt Paige. We then had Machine Gun Kelly performing. That's awful.
That song, I forwarded that. That was about 5 minutes.
I watched the whole thing, right?
It was about 5 minutes. Though.
Yeah, because my brother was home, so I couldn't afford it, and the girl couldn't sing. And I was like, oh my god, this is dire. It sounded like a lamb trying to sing a song. It was just terrible. But in the intro, he mentions John Cena. This is for my boy John Cena. Did you hear that? You probably fast forwarded it. And at the end of the performance, Kevin Owens is sarcastically slow clapping.
He just kind of came out from nowhere.
But it makes sense because he mentioned John Cena at the beginning.
It makes sense to me now.
Yeah.
I was actually like, I like the fact that he like
did it.
Yeah, did it because it was a shit song and he was just shit. But why?
No, it makes sense now.
It makes sense to me now.
This is why you don't fast forward things, kids. So yeah, but Kevin Owens is doing what we were all thinking. The sarcastic slow clap. But, well done. Kevin Owens, well, basically they have words, and MGK and Machine Gun Kelly pushes Kevin Owens. And Kevin Owens is like, nah, mate, who the fuck do you think you are? So he basically powerbombs him off the stage onto like a gymnastics mat that's piled up. Yeah, you could totally hear the impact was like cushions. You could really like hear it. Machine Gun Kelly was not good at putting that off though. No, because Kevin Owens kicked him in the stomach and he like fell on the floor like a sack of shit. Yeah.
Also, who the fuck is Machine Gun Kelly? They're acting as if he's really famous.
He did a WrestleMania opening once.
How long ago?
2 years ago? 3 years ago?
Is he not famous in England?
No.
That's why.
Yeah, I know who he is. So yeah. She doesn't like him, clearly.
I don't. The shit.
We then had the New Day vs Primetime Players and Neville. That's quite a nice match.
It's really random though.
It was really random. It makes sense because I think Kofi and Never are going to have a little thing now. I can see it happening.
Yeah.
But obviously because they got a good reaction from Money in the Bank match. But New Day, the thing is with New Day, they dominate the match literally 80%.
Yeah.
And then primetime players and Neville will do their thing. Oh, and Neville dominated that match quite a bit, to be fair.
He did quite a lot. He was in there more than primetime players.
He was. But Neville hits with the red arrow on Xavier Woods, I believe, and wins. That's what I noticed. Xavier Woods always gets pinned. He never pins anyone, but he's the one who always gets pinned.
Yeah, he's like the weaker link, isn't he?
But he's not, though.
No, he's not.
It's really weird why they do that.
He's a lesser known one.
But I think he's my favourite.
There's probably a lot of people's favourites.
You know how much I love
But I like Big E best, though. Big E's mine.
To be fair, yeah, he is likeable.
Big E.
Do you remember when we first saw Big E, what we were saying about?
Big Mo.
Oh, that was when Big E was solo though, wasn't it?
I think New Day was just being a thing. Yeah.
We see Dean Ambrose playing some darts with Seth's face.
Which is so old school.
Which is quite nice, wasn't it? I quite enjoyed that.
Yeah.
And Kane walks in and Ambrose just starts laughing at him. I don't know why, but Ambrose thought it was funny. Kane actually asked why is he laughing, which I think anyone would if you walked to a room. Someone started laughing at you. And, you know, Kane says, I've been world champion unlike you. And, you know, you lost last night. But instead of Kane, you can't say. Ambrose says Kane was champion when he was a demon, and now he's a shell. It doesn't matter what his business card says, because obviously he's director of operations. He says Kane has a job, but this is Ambrose's life, and he won't stop until he gets his title. It was a bit of a pointless segment. I don't know why it happened. No. Because they're not in a title run anyway. No. So it's just time filler, I think. Unless they're going to do like a feud with them, I don't know. I wouldn't enjoy that though. It's a bit of a come down.
Meh.
So we then had the main event, which was finding out who Seth Rollins' opponent was going to be at Battleground. I don't know why this is that main event.
It's like a fucking contract sign, isn't it?
It is.
This is the main event. We're going to sign a bit of paper, but a chair will get thrown.
This is probably like the main event tonight, though, isn't it? I missed tonight's Raw. Contract signing.
Oh yeah. Oh, Battleground. We got a week.
Yeah, but they like to do these things. So Authority come out and say they have an opponent for Seth Rollins, and it's not Joe Mercury.
You know what? I'd laugh if Seth gets injured before Battleground and can't wrestle.
That would not be fun.
It wouldn't be fun, but I just find it funny.
I wouldn't. I want to see this match. Anyway,
actually.
They say it's not Dean Ambrose. So Rollins comes out.
He's like, who the fuck is it then?
And he's like, I'm as good as you think I am. No one can take his championship. And Rollins says he will embarrass his next opponent. And Triple H says, you know, Seth, you're proving yourself, but they need to look at their investment, which is fine. And they hint about him actually paying it off. And they're like, can you handle the pressure of this next opponent? Could you crumble or could you turn into a diamond? And Seth Rollins like, yeah, I can deal with it. And then Brock Lesnar's music comes on. Everyone just goes crazy. Seth Rollins looks like he's going to shit himself. I even knew this was going to happen. I had goosebumps. I don't know why.
I was excited about Brock coming back.
Was you?
I am quite, because I started to like him before he left.
And he's face now. I think it works in being face, to be fair.
I just quite like him. When he's got a personality, he's alright.
Yeah, he has got one.
Yeah.
Having Paul Heyman there kind of hides it a bit.
Yeah.
I
like Paul Heyman.
I like Paul Heyman. Yeah. Paul Heyman's face was like, yeah, smug. He was so smug. And Brock Lesnar started circling the ring, and then he finally got in the ring, and then Rollins got out of the ring and walked off and looked like shit. Triple H and Stephanie just watched from ringside with Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman and Triple H did shake hands, and Stephanie as well, when Brock got in the ring, which was quite interesting. But I feel like this is why Triple H, because Triple H and Seth are going to have a feud, apparently ready for a match at SummerSlam. I feel like Seth's going to lose now, and that's why they have a feud. Because obviously Triple H put him in the match.
Oh, right, yeah. Dean Ambrose against Brock? I still think Kevin Owens is going to be the one to beat Brock Lesnar.
I would love to see that.
I
reckon
think
it would
Kevin
work.
Owens is the one to beat Brock Lesnar.
Yeah. I reckon it'd be a really good match. But to be fair though, this Raw was okay.
Yeah.
It wasn't terrible.
No. Fine.
It was alright. I think I'd rate it about 5, just medium.
Yeah.
Medium, would you say 5?
Yeah, go on 5.
Yeah,
give
it
5.
5. Good one. Alright, well, that was our Raw review.
Yeah, bitches.
Don't forget to like, share, subscribe,
Retweet,
follow us.
Retweet us.
Yep.
And somehow we got 200 views on our NXT review, so make sure we get 200 views on this.
Yeah, how do we do that?
I don't know. Someone tell us. Tell us if you watched it, because there was no.
We have a like on it now.
There's only one though.
It was very weird.
It happened in a couple of hours as well. So
Yeah.
Someone explain it to us.
Thanks.
But we are appreciating you watching.
Yeah. That's so, it's not like a joke.
Yeah, so I just refresh the page or something. That'd be kind of heartbreaking.
Anyway, goodbye. Thank you for watching.
Bye bye.